So first of all, we want to be able to draw these walls. Typically, we need to pick a wall tool here. So let me expand this so you can see it. And I think just a little bit such that we have the names right here. So let's pick the wall tool and we are going to start to draw. So you can see that it's easy to actually pick and draw. But let me undo that because we need to first set our wall. So we can go to the settings by clicking here or that shortcut there, Ctrl T. So click that and you should have this dialog box. Well, at the beginning, you may not need to worry about all of these things that you're presented because it can be overwhelming, especially if you're just starting and you don't care about all the parameters. But as we get into the details, you will understand why these things are necessary. Here we have 3 icons. One is for custom shapes. So if you draw a custom shape, you can be able to bring it out. For example, you can see the ones which are already there. And then we have these for composite structures. So structures which have different cavities and layers done using this option here. And then finally we have here where you just put in one single material. So for this case, we want to try it and make it simple. So we'll use this for one single material and we'll pick something like the timber because our cabin is probably made out of timber. I could be wrong, but let's just consider timber, and my walls are going to be about 150 because that's what I did notice. And you can put the thickness there, just where I put that, and then you can see that the wall is going to start from the ground floor and it's going to clip onto the story 1, which is the first floor, and you can see it's 3 meters high. So this is where you adjust. So the defaults are fine, we can leave it the way it is. And under here you can see these things are what the wall is going to be represented like. But let's just jump to the model because we want to concentrate on the 3D. So let's override these ones. It's easy, just click all those 3, and here you can link the surfaces such that you put in one material which is going to show on all the surfaces, or you can just put different material on the outside and on the inside. So looking at our model, and let me pull it out such that it's easy for us to follow, and I encourage you to get something like a pure ref. It's a software you can download online, so find it. It's pretty free. It's free, you can download it for free, and it helps to display the content. So let's select all our images here, we click and drag them in here so that it's easy for us to look at them simultaneously as we are doing. So it's just a side note, so don't worry. If you're not able to see it, you can open an image at a time with just the default window such that you can look through. It's just that I do love to have them displayed here. So now we have this going on, and we want to look at what's happening. For example, here inside here, we have a different material from what is on the outside. So that's what we want to do here. So on the outside, we're going to choose something like the floorboard. I like the look of this because it's horizontal sidings. Let's use floorboard 01, and then also use wood. You can get any kind of wood. I would use wood pine grain horizontal for the inside. I can say okay, and we begin to draw. So when you click the first point, you'll always see where the wall leans to. So here you have the option to change the reference. So when you click that, you can see it's being drawn on the opposite side. So now we can do that such that we create it on the other side. So let's put in the first dimension. So you don't have to do anything as long as you have this icon turned on, which is the snap guide points. Is it snap guide points? Yes. When you have that turned on, then you can see the dimensions there that you can put in. So just type in the 3830, which you can see on the screen. And when you say okay, see that is being placed on there. So that's the interior dimension. And then we can begin from there and draw the 3, 5, 10. So put in 3, 5, 10, say okay, and now it's placed. If I measure, you can see that that goes to the outside, but it's supposed to be on the outside. So this dimension here, so we need to bring the wall in. And like we said, you can right click and say move and say drag, such that you drag this point, which is on the outside, onto the inside. So now we have a more correct dimension, because the dimension is supposed to come from the outside to there, 3/830. So simply, that's how you draw the walls. And you can create another copy by move, drag a copy, and then you bring this, and then holding down shift in order to keep it in straight line, and snap it to the end, which is somewhere here. And in order to clean out the walls, you can see that now there are two different walls, so you can select them by clicking one, holding shift, click another one, shift, click another one, and you can put on intersect. So when you click intersect, they are intersected. So for now, we see the reference has changed. So this will pose a bit of challenges. And the good thing with using Archicad is that whatever you're drawing here in floor plan is being shown in 3D. So if we navigate to the 3D panel here, you can see that we already have it going out here. So first of all, we have a few challenges. One is that the surface has been put on the other side, and then this one has been put on this other side. So we can easily mirror this one and this one. So all we have to do is to just pick this wall and move it to this other side, like we said. Right click, move, drag, or Control D, as you can see there. So I'll drag that and put it at the end here, and then mirror this. So how do we mirror? Right click, move, mirror mirror, not a copy, but a mirror, and then mirror from here. All I want is to have that surface on the inside, and that's what we will do for this one. In order to save time, let's Control D to drag, and then we put it there, and then Control M to mirror, and then we put it like that. Simple as that. As you get along, you will need to master those shortcuts because they make your life a whole lot easier. So let's go in 3D, and now that's more like it, more like it. Now, thing is that right now we need to have a different material for this one here. So if we go back to our pure reference here, you can see that we have some things going on. We have the black material also on this porch here. So how do we achieve that? We may need to split this wall. So how do you split a wall in Archicad? We have an axe here, which is called split in the standard toolbar. Remember, if you are not seeing standard toolbar, you go to window, toolbars, and then you can see the standard there. So this is the standard toolbar. So click the split, come here and draw a line. Of course, make sure to click on the outside. We will do that again. So click here and draw a line on the outside. Now the third click is going to show you where to cut the wall from. So I'll click there, and now we have split. So let's take that, split, and in order to know where we have split from, let's pick a line in the document. We can pick a line just to draw that line to show, sort of act as a guide. So when we click here, we split, just click on the line and show where it's going to be cut. And now these two can be given the material that we want. So we have gone to settings by Control T, and we can also change this material to the floorboard 01, and that should be okay. So that you can see that we have a change in material on the outside and on the inside. So now we can close off this shape. Pretty easy. We can make a copy here. So Control Shift D to make a copy, and we bring it like up to here. but of course it's placed the other way wrong. So Control M to mirror. Remember, you have to get familiar with those because you will need to use them as often as you can. So Control D to drag things into place. So of course, be sure to put the thing in the right position. So to double check, you can take this wall all the way to the end, yeah, and then drag it backward by the 870. So Control D and then drag backward by the 870, and there we are. We have ourselves this wall. So what have we done? There it is.